Hey everyone, it's Robbie from Denham Fitness. Check us out at denhamfitness.com. I'm down here today at the beautiful Waterfront Park doing some virtual workouts. For this next movement, I'm going to slow it down a little bit, give you all something a little different. This practice involves very slow movements, mindful movements that you can do any time of day, whether you want to break from the office or first thing movement routine in the morning. This is my favorite thing to do. It sets the tone for the day. So if you're not a big gym person, you don't want to spend an hour conquering your body in the gym, this is some great inspiration for you to do in the morning and throughout the day. So the first thing I like to do is I like to start out with some breath work. So the first thing we'll do, very simple, is we'll inhale through the nose while we're raising our traps and our shoulders, and then forcefully exhale through our nose through the bottom, okay? So we'll do 6 of those, and that's how we'll start out this movement, and it'll sound and look like this. All right. A couple other breath works you can do is box breathing or alternate nostril breathing beforehand as well. But we're gonna go ahead and start the movement. So what I like to do is I like to work systematically, head to toe or toe to head. And while you're doing all this, you're kind of just checking in with your body, seeing how you feel, working with the innate genius of the body, and doing your triage for the day. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a neck roll. Okay, so we're just gonna draw circles with our nose, closing your eyes, starting small and going big. And what you can do with the breath here is you can go slow it down, inhale at the top, exhale through the bottom, and then you're just switching sides, starting small again, drawing circles with the nose, checking in with your neck, maybe your neck's sore, and you need to work on that throughout the day. All right, and from here, we're just gonna go straight into a wall angel. So you can go up against the wall, flat back against the wall, and we're just gonna loosen up the thoracic area and the upper shoulders, okay? So you're gonna extend as much as possible, tucking your chin, and then coming back down. Incorporating the breath at the top, inhale, exhale through the bottom. As many of these as you need to do to just kind of warm up the shoulders. All right, working our way down, we're gonna grab the wrist and do a outside shoulder stretch. All right, so you're just gonna grab the outside of the wrist and come over, keeping your shoulders square and getting that nice stretch in the outer side of the shoulder. As long as you need to do this. Shake it out, other side. All right, and from there, we're going to interlace our hands like this behind our back, and we're going to press down as much as possible, opening up our chest, tucking the chin, and just pushing down as far as you can to kind of get that upper back and shoulder stretch. I like to do these 8 to 20 seconds. Working our way down to the side body. One hand goes on the hip, the other hand comes up overhand, and we're gonna stretch, breathing into that side body, in through the nose and out through the mouth as many times as you need, and switching sides. You should feel a nice stretch from your lat all the way down through your obliques. All right, so the next thing we'll do is my favorite thing to do in the morning, especially my upper back, my neck is all tight. All right, so I need to kind of decompress the spine. So what I'll do is I'll go into a forward fold. However you want to get there, we'll just end up here. Nice stretch in the hamstrings, nice bend in the knees. And we're just gonna clasp the elbows. All my yogis know this one. You're gonna let your head hang, all right, for as long as you need to. And then what you're gonna do, once you're down there long enough, you're just gonna let everything hang and then roll your spine up, stacking each vertebrae one at a time, mindfully, and then rounding the shoulders back and taking note of how that feels. Now we're gonna go down to the mat and we're gonna do another neck stretch. So You're gonna take the outside of your palm, outside of your hand, go into the middle of your upper back. Right here at the crease of your wrist is just gonna rest nicely on the top left of your head. And you're just gonna simply, not force it down, but just feel this nice stretch up in your upper traps. Move it around as you need to. All right, again, these are movements you can do at the office, anywhere throughout the day. Consistent movement is always my preferred philosophy. Consistency over intensity. Do this both sides as much as needed. All right, now we're gonna go into a adductor stretch with a cat-cow. So I like to stack movements. All right, we're all busy professionals. We don't have a lot of time to do these things. So I like to stack the movement. So we're working on our whole diaphragm and our adductor right here at the same time. So cat-cow, exhaling at the crunch, inhaling at the top, okay? So it'll look something like this. A couple things you want to keep in mind on that is to really press when you're in that flexion. Really press as hard as you can out of that, feeling that stretch in the upper body as well. All right, we're going to go into a hip flexor movement. All right, you're just going to have a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here. All right, pay attention to my hips here, where we're going to work on this hip flexor here. All right, so we're going to tuck the tail. So what that looks like is I'm relaxed right now, and as I tuck my tail, it's almost like I'm sending my hips forward. So that's how we're going to start the movement, tucking the tail, and then the second generation of this is going forward 3 to 5 inches till you feel that nice stretch in your hip, and you're going to stay here for 3 to 5 seconds. All right, coming back, relaxing, and you can see what happens to my hip. Go back into the movement, tuck the tail, go forward 3 to 5 inches, stay here 3 to 5 seconds, coming back, relaxing, and switching sides, and doing this as many times as possible. All right, as we go into a cross-legged position, we're gonna work on some T-spine twist. All right, so from here, we're just going to reach as high as we can in a Y formation, tucking the chin, inhaling at the top, drawing our spine up as much as possible. And then on an exhale, we're going to twist, bringing our left hand to our right knee and just gently twisting into it on an exhale. All right, come out of the twist and inhale, lengthening the spine, and then coming back down, twisting it on an exhale. All right, and we're going to do this as many times as you need on both sides. All right, the other movement, we talked about our hamstring lengthener in our last video. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to simply do a hamstring stretch, where you can do this in your office on a kneeling position, pushing the heel out, active foot. All right, and we're just going to draw our left hip back. I'll do it on the other side so you can see better. So our hips are going to be square. We're going to draw our right hip back, straightening that knee, not all the way, but almost, slightly bent. And then we're just going to come forward for a nice stretch in the hamstring right here. Staying here preferably 8 to 20 seconds, checking in on that hamstring. And then doing that both sides as needed. All right, so we're going to finish this. So we've kind of done some mobility, flexibility. We're going to finish this. I really like to do this in the morning as well, or if I'm feeling kind of groggy at work, and instead of going for that Starbucks, I like to move the blood around a little bit for cognitive enhancing, and it just kind of also sets the tone for the day. So the first thing we're going to do is windmills. All right, feet a little bit farther than shoulder width apart. All right, hands straight out. All right, we're going to bump the hips to the right, as we come down and try to touch the middle or the opposite foot here, having a straight line going here, okay? And we'll do the same thing, bumping the hips to the left on the other side. All right, and breath work here, inhaling at the top through the nose, exhaling through the nose at the bottom. So it should look and sound like this. And I like to do that at least 5 to 10 times each side. All right, the second one is going to be our energy pushers, which you will see in our other video. But these are great as well. Bringing the palms to the shoulders, all right, at the top, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth to push that out, pushing those knees out, screwing those feet into the ground, coming back up. Inhale, exhale. At least 10 times there, all right? Breath chops, all right? Interlacing the hands just like so, bringing them over top. Feet are about shoulder width apart, all right? And you're still gonna push your knees out, screwing your feet into the ground, getting that nice base, all right? And we're just gonna go left to right, inhaling at the top and exhaling to the nose, bringing our hands, it could be here or it could be here, whatever your flexibility is, it doesn't matter. Coming back up, going to the other side, all right? It's like a twisting good morning. So breath work, inhale at the top, exhale at the bottom. At least 10 times on each side. And our last one. This is my favorite one to do because it doesn't require you to get, say you're in your suit and tie and you don't want to get on the ground or anything on your in your suit, obviously. So I like to do a deep squat. All right, so you're gonna bring your feet about shoulder width apart, twisting into the ground, and you're just gonna come into a squat where your heels are still on the ground, and this might take some time to get here, all right? But working on this every single day, what I like to do is challenge everybody to be in this position for 3 minutes a day. That might mean 15 seconds at a time, but you can track it however you want to. And what I like to do in this position is just to sit here, open up the hips, pushing the knees out. All right, you can even come here, bring the tricep to the inside, reach up, get that nice side and back body stretch. Coming here, exhaling through that twist. All right, and just playing here, opening up your adductors and just sitting here and timing yourself for 15 seconds at a time, adding it up to 3 minutes. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here today. These are movements that you can do anytime, anywhere, consistent movement all the time. Thank you, guys.